I wasn't even going to do any walking today. I walked so much at work today. Had so much to do. But I just needed to come out here to the sounds of nature. And we've got a nice breeze today. I was also thinking about maybe while I'm sitting here on this bench, relaxing, enjoying nature, enjoying the breeze, we might have story time. I don't know how many people would be really interested in things that involve the spirit realm, but I have a story from my childhood that at that time truly freaked me out and scared it out of me. I was a small child, probably 4 or 5 years old, when the first incident happened. And I didn't know anything about it until I grew up and became an adult and got involved in things of the spirit. Hopefully, nobody will come down the trail. But I remember, like I said, I was around 4 or 5. And some things you never forget. It was during the night and I was asleep. And I was awakened by something bit my foot. And when I opened my eyes and screamed, I saw a dark, smoky top figure just evaporate back down into the floor. And my mom come in there and I tried to say, it went through the floor. He went through the floor. Bit my foot and went back through the floor when I screamed. Yeah, that was the first incident that I remember. Nothing ever happened on that property again after that. Nothing that I remember anyway. We moved away from there, from that property, when I was about 9. And we moved to Forest City, North Carolina. Now I'm a good ways away from that area now, but I can still find the house. I still know how to get there. So I was probably around 10-ish, somewhere around in there. And we've been there for a while. You know, I was friends with the neighbors and some little girls down the street. But there I had twin beds, kind of like bunk beds, just not stacked on top of each other. One on one side of the bedroom that was underneath a window, and one sat on the other side against the wall. Well, I slept in the one underneath the window until one night I was laying there looking at the window, and this dark, shadowy figure just covered the window. Scared the daylights out of me. I left that bed and went to the other bed and got away from the window. So it's just spirit realm. Dark, shadowy figures are not the good side of the spirit realm neither. So, but I remember that so well. And it doesn't freak me out now because I know the good and the bad. I know where I stand. I know where my eternity is. I know who I belong to. So things like that, sometimes I can see things, but it doesn't bother me. And some people freak out about wars and rumors of wars and stuff, but you gotta really know what's going on. We live in a spiritual realm as we are walking here on earth. Some things should be concerning, but at the same time, it should open up our eyes to what's really going on. But I just wanted to share that. I've never told anyone about that. Um, I don't remember if I even told Mama about why I switched beds in the middle of the night after seeing that shadowy figure come across the window. And it was definitely too tall and too large to have been the neighbor being outside. It was just like the shadowy figure that I saw when I was little. It's kind of weird, isn't it? But at the same time, thought I heard somebody. At the same time, we just need to be aware of our surroundings and know where we stand and know who we belong to. Yes, I'm a believer. I am a Christ follower. I am in the Word. I go to church. Yes. I've studied for years now. And I wouldn't trade it for anything. So, has it made my life perfect? No. Nothing's going to make your life perfect here. But it helps. It helps you get through each day. It helps you get through the hard times. It helps to be able to have that faith to make it through each day when things don't look good. And you can actually get some understanding for some of the things that you actually go through on this earth, in this life. So, but yeah, I just wanted to share that I haven't had those experiences anymore, not that I recall since then. But those two times, I guess, was my beginning of seeing the spiritual realm, of knowing the difference between good and evil, knowing that there was evil out there, and something was definitely wanting to take me, but it didn't. There was times during my childhood that it was questionable, but at the same time, I knew the difference between good and evil, and I knew where I stood. The wind is nice. So, you have a choice in life. Good versus evil. Choose wisely. I'm sitting near the dam. Oh, and the dam broke. Can't remember if it's right before. I think it might have been after Helene, because there was a lot of flooding, and a part broke. And I can't get over there to it to show you that there's nothing that it would have hurt when the water was released. It just drained out. There was some pretty good sized fish in this lake. And as the water went down, the fish really didn't have anywhere to go. And I spoke to one of the rangers one time a couple years ago, and she was telling me that the bears and the other wildlife had come down and feasted on all the fish. So I don't know how much longer it's going to be till the lake is able to be filled up. I thought the dam would have been fixed by now. It's been 4 years, 5 years, and it's still not fixed. So, guess it's going to be a while longer. But I don't know what they're going to do about fish. I don't know if they're going to stock it or not. I just don't know. But it is a nice place to come to walk. I love it up here. It's peaceful, even with the critters making the racket. But, yep. I'm going to leave you with the critters.